Hey, this is Ann-Riley Caldwell. I'm not your ordinary agent, and I am here today to talk about preparing your home for sale. I did a video on the steps that it takes to sell a home, and if you saw that, this would be step number 3, preparing your home for sale. So in this, we're going to talk about a number of things when we meet and when we walk through your home, and we're going to see if it's vacant. Obviously, that's one thing. Preparing your home might be very different. If you're still living in your home, or if you're an investor and you have tenants in the home, then those two things could also be very different. It's different if you're living in the home and you have control over what the home looks like, what's in it, what's not in it, and then versus if you have tenants living in it and how they are treating your home and what personal items that they might have. So those are also two separate conversations. For now, let's just assume that you're living in the home yourself, that you're getting ready to sell. There also could be another situation which I encounter quite a bit. I do a lot of work with probate estates, meaning that someone unfortunately has passed away, and either an executor or an administrator or the beneficiaries or the heirs are trying to sell a home that they may not have lived in at all or currently. And in that case, we have other decisions and other things that may need to happen. But overall, let's assume that it's a home that doesn't have a tenant in it. It does have furnishings and different personal items in it. Then we're going to have to make or help you make some decisions about what you want to leave in the home, what you want to take down, what you may want to put into storage, what you may want to go ahead and sell. We're also going to talk about whether you need to stage your home, whether that's staging and just doing some things differently yourself or bringing in a professional stager, whether they're going to use some of your items or take those items out and bring other items in. Everything has pros and cons. Everything has potential cost associated with it. It also depends on the market that we're in and how much of these things really matter. Because if homes are selling really quickly versus if homes are sitting on the market for a long period of time, some of those decisions that you're going to make are going to be completely different. So the conversation may be the same, but the decision won't be the same. Also, it's very important to look in the purchase and sale agreement, which I'll get you a copy of. There are certain things that automatically are deemed to go with the house. If they're in the house when people are coming through to look at it and putting a contract on it. So we need to make sure you know what those things are. If there's anything that you want to take with you that's on that list, we need to make sure that that is part of any offer that you accept. And I tell buyer's agents, if they look at the document that I attach to the MLS, what those things are. So hopefully they can tell their buyers that as they are looking at the house, that there are certain things that would not convey with the house. If there's anything that you want to take with you that we think that a buyer might assume is staying, then we want to clarify those things up front. Also, preparing your home, you may want to paint certain things. You may want to put in new cabinets, a new bathroom, a new kitchen. I can certainly walk you through the pros and cons of doing that. We can look at the finances behind doing that, what that's going to likely do to the purchase price that you would ultimately get for that home. There's some repairs that probably should be made. There's some repairs you might not need to make. We also need to talk about whether or not you're going to accept an offer where a buyer does an inspection. So there are a number of things within that whole preparing your home for sale, information that you have to or that you may want to pass along to a buyer, and really, what can be done and what are you willing to do based on money, based on time, based on energy and effort, to potentially make some changes to your home before people start coming in and looking at it. So anyway, none of that needs to be overwhelming. I'm here to help you and walk you through every step of the process. It'll take a conversation or two. You can make the decisions that are best for you, and then I'll do anything that I can to help you implement them. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for my YouTube channel to watch other videos about the home selling process. Also to learn more about me, and also just reach out to me directly to do any of those things and to have a conversation at 615-930-0313. Visit my website, notyourordinaryagent.com. All kinds of ways to get a hold of me, blog information, extra information there. Love to talk to you about what's going on in the market and what would be best for you in your current situation. Should you sell your home? Should you stay there? And if you do decide to sell your home, let's walk through that process together.